don't even know. What do you want to talk about this week?
I think we should talk about something spooky.
All we do is talk about spooky. I feel like that's it. Like, can we just for like a week maybe not do spooky?
Why? What's wrong with spooky?
By God is my witness, DK. We're done doing spooky stuff. Welcome to this week's episode of Talk Culture, where we're talking about
spooky season is upon us. It's only June, but it's upon us. The spooky season, it's almost here.
Honestly, this week's episode, we are talking about some spooky stuff, some really awesome rumors that have just recently come out from some credible sources.
Some credible credible sources that you may say. Now, normally we don't cover this kind of stuff. It's a little out of our realm.
No, this is our lane. Maybe we want to be in that
Maybe
lane.
This is our lane. Maybe this is our new thing. Maybe this is what we do
Hey,
from
man,
now on.
You buy a new car, you just get in a different lane. So maybe, by me buying a new car, that's how we got to this lane. Have you ever used a turn signal to make a left-hand turn on a yellow light?
No, because I'm flying through there.
I have no idea where I was going with that, but let's get back to business.
But anyways,
back to business!
What we're going to be talking about is the long-awaited return of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, Florida.
And it is the 30th anniversary.
The 30th. Now, technically, last year was the 30th.
It's okay.
But I don't know if you know this. There was a little bit of a pandemic going on, so they kind of like pushed it back a little bit. Now, last year, me and my fiance, it was supposed to be our honeymoon, but we ended up just going on vacation there, and unfortunately, HHN got canceled. For all of you that don't know what HHN is, it's Halloween Horror Nights. I mean, I feel like you could have figured that out on your own, but it's okay. We're here to help you. Halloween
It's actually
Horror
on the shirt.
Nights.
It's like we planned the video.
Yeah. Like, we knew this is what we were covering, despite that intro.
Anyways,
go ahead. Sorry.
so let me piggyback a little bit off this. I haven't used it in a while. So we're going to go over the rumored houses.
We just Frenching it up a little bit, huh? Ooh,
Absolutely. So we're going to go over the houses that are rumored. A couple of them have been confirmed because there were ones that were going to be last year. And then we have one that was already confirmed for 2021 that they started working on.
And hey, maybe we'll, at the end, throw out some of the houses that maybe we want to see, maybe we miss.
So make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see what we want to see. At least what we hope for, right?
Now, without further ado.
Oh, yeah. Let's do.
Let's
actually
start
my favorite
the show.
thing. That's my favorite thing to do now. Thank you.
I like
Can we do it again?
Yeah.
For-
Without further ado.
Woo!
Ado.
Let's do. I'll let you start it off.
First up to bat on the houses for the 30th anniversary of HHN, we have The Bride of Frankenstein Lives from Universal Monsters. You like that?
Yeah, I was actually kind of scared.
So, Universal Monsters has always been part of HHN. You know, they own the brand.
I mean, it's Universal Studios,
It's Universal Studios,
Monsters.
Universal Monsters.
You get it.
They're in the same park. I mean, that's what it is. Now, The Bride of Frankenstein Lives was there last year. They did have three houses that they opened kind of like as a trial to see if they could do it during COVID without the whole HHN like facade going on. And this was actually one of the one of the two, I should say, that me and my fiance got to go through. And also was my first ever HHN experience, which is pretty spooky. I mean, on a spookulator level.
We're going spookulator.
Like, if we're going to spookulator, on a 1 to 10,
yeah.
It is at least an 8. I mean, it was spooky.
Are we coining spookulator?
Spookulator is
trademarking that thing?
TM, copyright.
Oh, there it is. Can't do it.
Can't use it. Spookulator is ours.
Brought it back.
Bride of Frankenstein is a follow-up of Frankenstein, talking about, you know, what happened after Frankenstein's demise and how his bride came to be. And she lived. There's not much more to say about it.
I'll just
Why don't you... Oh, wait.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm just going.
You just go.
I don't know. You're so animated with your hands. I think you're just getting lost in it.
This Gatorade has got me going today. I've been drinking Powerade, and it just don't get me hyped the same way. Like I'm slurring my speech.
All right, take it easy. Take it easy. I'll give you a break. He's become a loose cannon. Stop it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll calm down.
One of my favorites of all time, and I actually went through this house, or I guess the property, on the 25th year, 5 years ago, for my honeymoon. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh.
I'm super excited. I love Leatherface. I think this is kind of one of the more strange ones. I didn't know if
you want me to. You want me to do the sound effect for it? Is that it?
I like it. Thank you.
Okay, you want one more?
Yes.
That's very close to my
party
popper noise. That very close. Sorry, I'm on a new level today.
Anyways, I think this is kind of one of the more odd ones, just because it was there 5 years ago. But I mean, you have a couple different movies. You can kind of go different paths with it. But that haunted house, if you have not seen that online, and you can go through some of the old houses, it was really awesome. My wife was terrified, had about 3 heart attacks, and maybe a quarter of a stroke. It's okay. I hit her with an EpiPen in the neck. She was fine.
An EpiPen?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, I think you're not on the same page of what EpiPen is.
I'm pretty sure I had the stroke then. If I'm hitting an EpiPen.
Next up, the first of the, or I guess the second of the rumored houses is the Wicked Growth. Now, we don't know if this is confirmed, but there was a lot of hints last year kind of going off the theme. The theme that the Wicked Growth is supposed to be is kind of like a pumpkin patch, Pumpkin King, like Pumpkin Kings just popping up all over the place. Now, throughout HHN last year, well, what would have been HHN Light, as a lot of people called it, there was multiple Scarecrow, like Pumpkin King, like monuments set up across the park. So a lot of people were thinking this was something that was planned for last year that might be falling into this year. And based off of how they looked, if I can find a picture, maybe even I have a picture somewhere in my phone, I'll put it in. They look terrifying. They were creepy as hell. So I'm really hoping this one comes through. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But why don't you take it on to the next one?
So I'm going to kind of jump over one because you already went through it. But let's kind of go to Beetlejuice, right? Beetlejuice.
No!
Oh, crap. Oh. Thank God Beetlejuice didn't show up. Yet. They're very weird. I was thinking the same things. Very strange. Very strange. Wavelengths are the same. But something really awesome about Beetlejuice, like, I think this might be the first time they're doing a house. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You might be able to correct me if I'm wrong. But I think this is one of the ones that's, like, not super scary. It's not, like, the traditional horror themed, but... Horror. There it is. But I'm really excited for this one. It's going to be a different speed, different pace. And it's a nice change from going, like, scary, jump scare type of deal. I'm sure they're going to get you with something, but it's going to be really fun to see Beetlejuice around every corner, in a sense.
They did have the Beetlejuice haunt up last year. Unfortunately, they didn't have it up while we were there. We did miss it. But if you go online, you can see a walkthrough of it if you're not going to be able to make it to HHN this year. But I do believe it's all pretty much confirmed that Beetlejuice will be there this... Yeah, actually, it is confirmed. It's on their website. Sorry. And let me just tell you, they had a tribute store last year. Tribute store is like a pop-up store that they have where they like decorate it for whatever the occasion is. They had a Beetlejuice tribute store, and oh my lord, was it amazing. And I'm hoping that a lot of that like props and stuff that was in that tribute store make it into the house this year.
More than likely it will. I mean, they're not just gonna like waste them, you know.
Maybe they
recycle some of the stuff.
Maybe it's their house decor. Maybe it's an employee break room. We never know. It could be. Cool break room. It might be in the basement. But moving on, the next house that we have also was there from last year and is pretty much confirmed is Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. This is the second house that me and my fiance went through, and let me tell you, it is scary. First off, it's probably one of the coolest concepts I've ever seen for a haunt. It takes place in a children's book. It's really cool. The pages are up on the walls. It like tells a story while it's being narrated. And it is the story of a little boy who refuses to put his teeth under his bed once he loses them, and the tooth fairies come and get their revenge.
Hold on. Under his bed?
Under his pillow.
Thank you.
It is terrifying. Like, these tooth fairies look super creepy. I believe there's also a video walkthrough of Revenge of the Tooth Fairy on YouTube that you can check out if you're not going to be able to make it to HHN this year. But don't watch it before bed. Don't watch it before you put someone's teeth under your pillow. Not somebody's teeth, your teeth. Don't put anyone else's teeth under your pillow. That's weird. I'm just telling you. Just don't do it.
I was just going to add after that. It actually is online. I actually watched this one. He was raving about this somewhat recently. And it's actually really, really cool. I like the concept. I'm really excited to hopefully go see this one in person this year. But I want to move on to something I really don't know much about in a weird sense. But
all right.
The Haunting of Hill House.
Ooh, I can help you out with this one, brother.
I know you can.
Ooh, brother. Sorry.
I don't know much about the TV show. I know it's on Netflix. He told me to watch it. Man, I'm just a procrastinator. I'm a procrastinator.
And now you're 2 seasons behind because Bly Manor came out.
Oh, yeah. I guess that is a fault. Anyways, this is one of those ones that are rumored and speculated. I guess heavily speculated, right?
Yes.
So you can talk about it a little bit more. You want to elaborate? We can just throw it out there and leave it as is.
Let me elaborate a little bit. So Hill House has been rumored since last year. So a lot of people are thinking that it's pretty substantial, that it's going to be there. Of course, not confirmed. You never know. But it seems like they have an attachment to Hill House. It's a great show. I recommend watching it before if you plan on going and if it is confirmed to be there. I'm not going to give away too much. That's about it.
I love it.
That's
great.
Sweet, short, to the point.
All right. I feel like all right. I'm just going to go for this one. I'm going to go.
You going to go? Where you going? We're going.
I'm going. So... Let's go. The next one this one's pretty much rumored, I'm pretty sure. Just straight rumored. The Halloween Horror Nights Icons Captured. Isn't this one just straight rumor at this point?
Yeah, so the past couple, rumor speculation sheets that have come out has had something to do with the whole, the HHN Icons coming back. If you don't know what the HHN Icons are, maybe we can do another video about that. You could look it up on Google or something. But there are multiple icons. One of them is Jack the Clown, the director. There's, I believe, 6 or 7. Don't quote me on that. But
sounds right to me.
We don't have a lot of details on it. We know the HHN icons are loved by the HHN community. And so far, that one seems to be very up in the air. I don't know much about that one, so...
But I mean,
we're on the same page.
It's very reoccurring and fitting that when they get to like the anniversaries, like every 5 years, they end up bringing somebody back. I don't think it's going to be somebody new. I mean, it's possible, but
I don't think so. For the 30th anniversary, it's a big anniversary. I think they're going to put the power behind the people they already have.
I totally agree, but I'm just saying, hey, maybe it's a little teaser. Maybe it'll be something pretty cool for something we can get.
Speaking of teasers,
tease it.
We're gonna tease the next one that might be a rumor.
That was a good job.
It was rough.
It was okay. I like it.
So, the next one we don't really know anything about. I mean, on the list of all of these, this one is the newest speculation. Welcome to Scary Horror in the Heartland. I can't tell you anything about this. This is the newest speculation that I understand. The font on it makes it look like it's like a very quaint, like 1940s or 50s like town. So without knowing too much about it, it was just one that was on the newest speculation sheet. So I guess we're going to see. That's another one that's just up in the air.
Yeah, we'll see. Now the next one that I'm actually really excited about, I don't think I know too much about it, but the Puppet Theater, the Captive Audience, that one is the first one that they actually confirmed for 2021, other than, I guess, technically the other ones like Beetlejuice. But
yeah,
the Puppet Theater, I'm like really excited for. I mean, I'm just thinking about Resident Evil, the new one that came out that we did a video about a couple weeks back. I mean, just the puppet, the strings, I think it'd be really cool. One of the ones that, not to go on a tangent, but one of the random ones when we were there for the 25th anniversary was Krampus. Oof. And I was like, not expecting it. They really didn't throw a lot out there. And I was like, this is probably one of the coolest ones ever. So I'm really excited. Puppet Theater is just a wide range. You could do a lot of different things with it. So
yeah, you can also see a little bit of the Puppet Theater house on, I believe it's HHN's YouTube channel.
That's like behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, it's like a behind the scenes of the haunt, and it is when they said that it will be one of the ones for the 30th year anniversary. It looks creepy, and it kind of shows you some information on how, like, Universal works their haunts and all the cool stuff that they can throw in there.
Absolutely.
You learned something new today.
Well,
what else you gonna learn today? I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna learn.
Oh.
Another house, which seems to also be a pretty strong contender for making the final cut, is the return of Creepshow at HHN, or the possibility of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Now, this one has been pretty much had a lot of traction behind it, especially Creepshow, because they're building another book facade. The last time they had a book facade was with Creepshow when it was there a few years back. But another thing that's kind of come up is the possibility of Revenge of the Tooth Fairy that could also have a book facade since it's based out of a children's storybook. Now, a lot of people wanted to see the return of Creepshow. They loved that house. I mean, we love Creepshow. We organized our shirt based off of Creepshow. It's a classic.
If you didn't know.
Now, there's also rumor that instead of Creepshow, it might be Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which is very interesting. Which, see, I did it. I said it twice. It's a very interesting pick.
It is. So, where we've discussed that we're not fans of the movie, which may come as a surprise. There are some hardcore fans that do love the movie, think it has its own place.
Yeah,
right?
let me just say, it's not so much that I don't think we're fans of the movie, or at least me. I don't want to speak on your behalf. I'm not a fan of it being a Halloween movie.
Exactly.
I understand why it became a Halloween movie, because they were really trying to get away from Michael Myers, and they wanted to try to do this like
something a little bit different,
just Halloween, like Creepshow, like how Creepshow was. It was like an anthology.
Yeah,
and it fell flat. It would have been cool not as a Halloween movie, but it'd be interesting to see it in a haunt.
I mean, I totally agree. I wouldn't be mad realistically if they said, "Hey, instead of Creepshow, Halloween 3." I'm fine with it. I'd go through it. I'd probably enjoy it. But I don't like the movie. Now, going off of Creepshow, didn't they just put some stuff out there, I think on, was it Shudder or whatever? They have a whole new series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's my guess would be that they're probably going to lean more towards that because it's something new, fresh, relevant. But I could totally see where, like, they did Halloween 2 5 years ago. Yeah. I could see them bringing the next kind of phase and kind of go. And that just seems to be the trend. They did Halloween a couple years prior to H2. So
yeah,
it would make sense to me. But, I mean, hey, we'll see. We'll totally see with that.
Again, this list is all speculation.
For the most part.
The biggest thing about this list and why we want to cover it is because this list has been shared with multiple HHN, like, big names in the HHN community on Twitter. So this set has seemed to get some traction more over the past speculations, coming from a lot of trustworthy sources. But one thing that did leak, and it just happened to leak yesterday, was the return of Jack the Clown as an icon.
Yes.
So every couple of years, HHN brings back Jack. Jack is probably the biggest, like, face of HHN as a character.
OG.
If you've never seen Jack, look him up. He looks awesome. He finally does, like, clowns right, because I feel like a lot of horror clowns are just, they fall flat. They're not very good.
Kind of lame sometimes.
Yeah. So there was a leak on a website that organizes tickets for HHN that mentioned Jack's return. So it looks like we're seeing Jack coming back for 30th anniversary. And honestly, I'd be kind of upset if we didn't.
You have to. Kind of like we said about 30th.
Yeah.
You know.
Do yourself a favor. If you haven't seen HHN, haven't been there for Jack, go look up some old videos of the live performances for Jack, and
don't be disappointed. It's really cool.
It's really, really, really good show. I've never seen it live, but I've seen it on YouTube, and I feel like that makes me just as trustworthy in reviewing it.
So let's talk about some of the houses that we want to see.
Yeah.
They could be some of the ones that have been there before, but let's just be honest. My first one, I want to see some Nightmare on Elm Street. Come on, man. You know you would love it.
I would.
You would love it!
Oh!
My arms I'm just going. Just do it. Universal.
I agree with you. Nightmare on Elm Street would be awesome. And I've never been to a proper HHN. I've only watched, like, every single video that's ever been uploaded, so I know
every
like,
single
all the
one.
house. Every single one. All of them.
So that's why you were late for breakfast today?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
But if I was going to say one movie that I would want to see a house of, it would be a new Insidious house.
My man.
So they did an Insidious house.
He connected.
Ah! No, that didn't count. It wasn't a high five.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Man, you threw me off, man.
Insidious.
Insidious. They did a house a few years back, and it was pretty cool looking. It was terrifying. I mean, the red face guy, terrifying. I want to see a new one.
I totally agree. I was
Glass
actually gonna.
Key House. You know?
I was actually gonna say that for a second one because I want to throw a couple out there. Insidious was the next one I was thinking of. So it really threw me off. But other than Insidious and Friday, or not Friday.
Friday. Ice Cube.
No, jeez, no.
Oh yeah.
No, instead of Nightmare on Elm Street
Damn.
and Insidious.
All right.
Come on. The other one that I'm thinking of that I'd really like to see, you're gonna hate it. Demon Night. Come on!
I should have known. How did I not see?
I was just talking to somebody yesterday. I'm just so disappointed in you that you don't love it as much as you told me. It still hurts. It still hurts me, damn it. But honestly, if you have not watched Demon Night, I've told you folks about it. I've told you. It's almost been a damn year since I told you.
He did.
You need to watch Demon Night. And Demon Night would be one of the most coolest houses ever.
It would be.
Come on. I just want to see a whole bunch of bald Billy Zanes running around, summon demons. Where's Uncle Willie at? Where's the lady?
Uncle Willie? Friday?
Oh, you Uncle Willie, son. We keep getting... Just...
It's Friday. That's the next house. Next house I would like to see. The New Wrong Turn.
Really?
I think that would be an awesome house. What? Yeah, The New Wrong Turn. Just think about it. You got all these like mountain people like coming chasing you and stuff, popping out of holes. You got the people that don't have any eyes. Spoiler, sorry.
I mean, I get that. Okay. You talked me into it a little bit.
A bunch of deer heads and deer antlers and bears with deer antlers and rabbits with deer antlers. I think it would look really cool.
A possum with
deer
antlers.
Yeah. It'd be really good, I think. I mean, I could be wrong.
Come on, man.
Hit me with another one. Hit me
Another
with your
one.
best shot.
Another
one.
Another one. So you're gonna put me on the spot.
Another
You already stole Insidious.
Another one.
Oh Lord, why do you do this to me? How about
Another one.
How about the Ice Cream Man? And what? Not hold on. Not that. Hold on. Let's backtrack it. Take it back, Jack. We're gonna do it again. Okay.
Don't you ever do that to me again.
Steely Dan. Steely Dan. 1947. That's not it. Ice Cream Man. So not the one that is the guy from, My Dog's Football. Not that guy. Something Howard. Not him. But just like
Howard Stern?
No.
Howard Jones?
No.
Howard Duck?
Howard Hanna?
Howard.
He's gonna sell you a house. He ain't gonna sell you a house. He's gonna sell you ice cream. Quit distracting me. It would be really, really fun. Going off of like the Tooth Fairy, like the kind of childish things. I think Ice Cream Man, it'd just be really cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
Howard Hanna, huh?
I'm ready to body.
All right.
I'm ready to body slam you through the table.
My next one. Scream.
I don't like it.
I think it could be a cool house.
It's just because you see Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich, isn't it?
No, honestly.
You're biased. You're biased. You're biased. You put me on the spot. This is what you do to me.
Why haven't we seen a Scream house?
I mean,
it could be cool.
New Line Cinema.
Yeah, come on, man.
What are you doing?
What? Why? Why not?
Maybe it's probably the same reason we're not seeing.
But realistically,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
The last one I really want to see, Sinister.
I mean, I totally agree.
Sinister house would be terrifying. You just open up the door and Bagul's standing, just standing there, and then you go into the kitchen. Bagul is in the toaster.
I actually didn't expect Bagul that time.
Bagul. But that's all I got.
That's all.
I mean, I'm sure I could go on for days and days and days. Even the Bunny Man could be in there.
We are cutting right now. My goodness. Let's wrap this up for you guys.
We're going to wrap it. Oh, if you like, share, subscribe.
I guess ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
We're summing this thing up. I didn't even get
summon it.
Hold on. No. I don't. No, not like that. Not like that.
Ring the bell to be alerted whenever we upload new content every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And as always, thank you for supporting Talk Culture.